3 miles southeast,
Okay,
inbound ILS runway,
we
28
are
right
at
approach.
San Francisco. Going to double
Delta
check
487,
we are
San Francisco
recording.
Tower. Altimeter
Turn
29er,
that off.
decimal 9er, 2 wind
And
257
we're ready to do
at 4.
some touch and goes.
Cleared ILS runway, 28
So
right approach.
we're going to go to the
San Francisco
outside,
Tower, SkyWest
look around the
48039
airport for a
miles,
minute,
east inbound ILS runway,
and get on the
28 right
tail
approach.
for takeoff, full power.
SkyWest 480 San Francisco
Oh,
Tower.
wait just a second.
Altimeter
Just a second.
29er, decimal 9er, 2 wind
Let me turn
257
this
at 4.
to manual.
Cleared ILS runway, 28 right approach.
There we go.
San
That's our
Francisco Tower Southwest,
There we
9er
go.
9er 9er at runway
Okay, here we
28
go.
right, ready
Full
for
power.
departure ISR to Burbank.
No takeoff.
Southwest 9er 9er 9er, altimeter 29er, decimal 9er 2, wind 257 at 4. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 right. Cleared ILS
Okay.
runway 28 right approach, Delta 487. Delta 487, wind
ready to rotate.
257 at 4. Cleared to land runway 28
There
right.
we go. Gear up.
Cleared for takeoff
Flaps
runway
up.
28 right southwest,
Autopilot
9er 9er
on.
9er. Cleared to land runway 28 right Delta 487. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Cleared ILS runway 28 right approach, SkyWest 480 SkyWest 5736, number 2, for landing. Follow the generic on final. Wind 257 at 4.
We got
Caution
the
the generic
flaps
landing
up.
runway 28 left. Cleared to land runway 28 right. SkyWest 480 number 2, for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 257 at 4. Caution the generic landing runway 28 left. Cleared to land runway 28 right.
So we will get off the San Francisco frequencies
Cleared to
here
land runway
shortly.
28 right number 2, SkyWest 5736.
A lot of traffic there.
Cleared to land
That's
runway
Highway
28
101,
right number
the
2,
Bayshore
SkyWest
Freeway.
480.
Going into downtown San Francisco.
Southwest 9er 9er 9er. Contact
Sure.
NorCal departure on 120.9er. Good day. United 2427 go around.
About time for them to cast me off. There's the old
120.9er
Candlestick Park.
Southwest 9er 9er 9er.
The 49ers used to play there. Well, the Giants, San Francisco
United
Giants played there.
2427 contact NorCal
Baseball.
approach on
Baseball.
128.325.
Okay, now back
Good
here.
day.
About time for her to say goodbye to us.
SkyWest 539er 2 go around.
See if we got here.
San Francisco Tower Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie frequency change.
Delta 487 turn next taxiway. SkyWest 539er 2 contact NorCal approach on 128.325. Good day.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to all that. Now we're going to look at Oracle Park, ballpark downtown there. Lots of interesting things here. Downtown, the Transamerica building. And we see the ferry building. We'll be flying over the ferry building right behind that building. That's kind of fun to go in there and have breakfast out on that pier. Pier 27, and then Pier 39 is out in here. One of these, probably that's Pier 39. There's Alcatraz. There's the Golden Gate Bridge, Angel Island, Sausalito. Goodness, we're up in the clouds. Better get an instrument clearance. Okay, power down. Start coming around for Oakland. Looking at the new part of the Bay Bridge, suspension bridge, modern. And we're looking at Alameda Airport, which is, I don't believe it's active any longer. And we get back here, able to see where we're going. And Oakland Airport, we got that in our sights. And then we got to come back on the power, get slowed down, see if the spoilers pop up. Yeah, they popped up. That'll help slow us down. And then bring in a notch of flap. Let's not fool around. Let's just go ahead and do a touch and go. We're invisible. We'll do it on the long runway. This airplane is lands pretty hot for the run-of-the-mill airplanes that I fly. Get the gear down, bring the flap in a couple of notches. I do like the old general aviation side of the field because that's where I got my air taxi check ride.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, same altitude, 2 miles.
They're going to tell us there's stuff to worry about. Got lots of runways, so we can fiddle around here and get our landing. 130 is probably pretty good. 120 to 130 is probably a good speed. We got full flap in. Start coming up to the power. We don't get too slow.
500. Traffic, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
High, 1 mile.
That's
Traffic,
coming
12
the
o'clock. High,
other
1
direction.
mile. 200.
See how good we are at putting it right in the middle.
100.
Almost.
50.
Almost. A little bobbing and weaving. And we can cut the power. There we go. Flap up. Spoiler should go down as soon as we give it full power. And a notch of flap. And we'll take a look back. There we go. Probably see another airplane going the other way. Gear up. Flaps up. Okay.
Traffic, 12 o'clock. Same altitude, 1 mile.
Yeah, we'd never go the wrong way. So we don't need to get going too fast because we're going to go right for another touch and go on the short field here. There goes an airliner under us. And we're high enough. So getting the gear down, the flaps down. We can look back at Oakland. Start down. Haven't had this much work in a long time. Get some more flap in. Full flap. Get the full flap. Get her all trimmed up for landing. Get down to about 120. A little more power. A little fast.
500.
Yeah, we're real good. Give a little power and a little speed to flare out.
200.
Start flaring.
100. 50.
Power back. Little balloon. Flaps up. Full power. Notch your flap. Takeoff flap. Leave much for margin of error. Gear up. That's a little tight. That airplane could probably do it. I, of course, never flown a jet, so what do I know? Okay, power back, 50%, maybe 45% power, and that's the San Mateo Bridge, and of course still the water. I think Microsoft programmed for global warming and the oceans rising, because a lot of the oceans cover like marinas. The boats will be half underwater. They're getting it straightened out, but it's like 3 years now. Of course, they've been doing flight simulators since I think they started back in the 80s. A long time, 40 years. My first flight simulator was the Microsoft Flight Simulator X, which I bought in 2005 for $29. This one costs $119 for all the bells and whistles. And what do we got? We got 180. So we don't need to go too fast. We're going back into San Francisco. And the bridge, when we fly close to it, the computer actually has the San Mateo Bridge, like a causeway, but there's a little high-rise, so sailboats can go under it. And in certain areas, like right over under the cloud there, I believe there's a high-rise there. Stay clear of clouds. VFR, stay clear of clouds. Well, I tried. And let's see, we're at 3,500 feet. We'll come back on the power a little. Start looking down. We'll follow the bridge across. I had a cousin who lived here in Foster City. I was afraid that I was all on fill and that an earthquake would really play havoc in there, but I don't think there was a lot of damage. Now I could be wrong, but I didn't hear him talking about the Bay Bridge. Okay, now we're coming in with a spoiler first, and then one notch of flap. And after we get under 200, I think we can put the gear down under 250, under 200. Actually, in this simulator, the gear doesn't cause much drag, if any, which is not what happens in real life. Put the spoiler back away. Spoiler, air brake, spoiler. And we've got 175. Let's see who's behind us. I don't see any aircraft. Don't see any traffic. So we got lots of room, but let's try to put it near where you normally land. And we'll get full flap now. There's my boat right down there. It only cost me $15 million. He would be stuck in the mud flaps. Mud flats. It's only got 10 to 15 feet of water there at low tide. Okay, there's 150. Getting it slowed down. Now we're going to get a little power in. we get behind the power curve, we just
200.
have a problem with all that flap hanging out. There we go.
$100.
There we go. There we go. And see how the speed brakes pop out, the spoilers pop out. We don't even need the reverser here. It slows down for the turn off. And we'll start slowing it down here for the turn off to the right. We will go over to the terminal. And we'll put the flaps up. And there we go. San Francisco International. Yeah, we might as well try to keep it close to the middle. Keep it out of the green. And I don't know that there's any parking right here, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, it looks like we'll find a spot. But there's a yellow line it's a taxi line. Now this building on the left, that actually exists. Might not look quite like that. And that was the key for me. I'd come in down the bay and I'd turn inside of the north-south runways and land long, because the post office was at the far end of the field, or the far end of the runway where we just landed was where we parked at Butler Aviation, and the post office was adjacent to Butler Aviation. All right, there we go. There we go. So that brought back some memories for the old guy. And back outside. There's our flight. 13 minutes. And we can get rid of that. Back to main menu. Continue. That's a new screen. So we go back up here. The Garmin's off. Go outside. Take a look around. Over to the terminal over there. On the west side of the field, actually it turns out it's south. This runway right here is north-south. So I'd come in right over the building in a right bank and land on that same runway long, and roll out to the end and make a left turn and go over to Butler Aviation. I don't know who's over there for general aviation jets going in and out, but that's where they would operate out of, over in there. And United Maintenance was over there, and that would be west over that way. And then we're looking back out up the bay, and San Francisco would be right up there. That's probably Hunters Point. I'd check in over Hunters Point. Say Eureka 1 over 2,000 feet over Hunters Point. Usually is where I'd be, between 2,000 and 3,000 feet. I'd normally never be up at 3. I'd be down to 2 by then. And just come down and make a short approach, because we were always a little late. The airplane cruised at about 170. Okay, now I'm cruising around at 500. And again, Oakland, there's Oakland right there. Boom. That's what we did. Thanks for riding along. So I'm getting my landings back in these little jets. So we'll be flying a little more in jets. I'll be pretend I'm a charter pilot or that I won the lottery and I now own a jet to fly me and my friends around to exotic places. So thanks for riding along with Air Chance. Adios.